So this is an option for people that struggle to find a good stretch into their hip when they're trying to improve hip external rotation, which is the action of my hip going in this direction here. So the wall is a really nice way to get some reference on how to do a classic piriformis stretch, which is putting you into hip external rotation, which is known as the figure 4 stretch. So I'll be showing it on my right leg here. I get nice and close to the wall to where I'm most comfortable. I'm a little limited in my hip external rotation, so being a little further away where I'm not at this deep hip stretch here allows me to get better access to the range of motion that I actually have. So being a little further away from the wall. So I'm roughly below 90 degrees parallel on my left leg here so that I can get into a nice relaxed position. So pretty classically, if we're trying to improve these ranges of motion for our pails and rails, we need to be in this position for roughly 2 minutes, getting soft in different places and allowing our body to sink and accept this new range that we're going to be starting to push. So now that 2 minutes has gone up, what I need to do is prepare my body to get this contraction going, which is the Pail's contraction, where I'm going to be pushing my leg, this one here, into the leg that's posted up against the wall. I'll actually be pushing in this direction here. So I'm going to feel that pressure here in my ankle. So I'll brace my core, pack some air in, take an inhale, and slowly start pushing to the point where I start to get about 50 to 70% effort. Should be like slightly shaky. I start to notice that I'm capturing the outside of my hip here as I'm pushing in. Now that I'm at that number with that slow dial all the way up, I stay here for 10 to 15 seconds. Then I make sure I'm staying contracted here, and I'm going to do the reverse, which is the external rotation. So this part of my ankle is going to attempt to come off as my knee starts to go down this way and rotate in through that hip. And I hold 10 to 15 seconds for my rail contraction. I'm not going to lift my hips up off the ground. I'm going to keep them down the best I can. And as I slowly relax, I'm just going to scooch myself slightly closer to the wall to get into a deeper stretch. And then I'll repeat the contraction where I'm pushing out and then lifting off and sink deeper, and so on and so forth.